Hey friends, if you're interested in hearing the latest immigration news, watch this video. Join me for this live session. I have a lot of good things to talk about in this one. A lot of news has happened recently that I want to cover. Some things I'm going to loop back to. So in this live session, I'm going to talk about upcoming changes at USCIS, what appears to be good changes that's ahead for USCIS. We'll also talk about the visa backlog issue, pathway to citizenship for 11 million people, essential workers, dreamers, TPS. I'm going to touch on that. I'll also give you an update about the TPS for Haitians, as well as an update about TPS for Burmese. Burmese, my apologies. Those of you who are from Burma, who are here in the United States, I have an update for you. And then lastly, friends, we're going to loop back to the New York Excluded Workers Fund. So stick around all the way until the end, you New Yorkers, so that we can go through the Excluded Worker Fund update. Okay, so for those of you who are new to me, welcome. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, and I see that folks have joined. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get started. Tell me how you're feeling below and say hello. Okay, so the first good news is this. Well, what appears to be good news. Let me back up. Yesterday, the Senate Judiciary Committee, the Senate Committee on Judiciary, I believe, held a hearing, a confirmation hearing for several different officials who have been appointed by the Biden administration. One of those officials is the incoming, or the incoming director for USCIS, I should say. Once she is confirmed, she will be the director of USCIS, the agency that processes and makes decisions about your immigration applications and petitions. So this is actually a very important position. So Ms. Jadao, I think that's how you pronounce her name. I think I may have gotten that wrong, or Jadao, I think. I don't know. If you know it, great. But it's an unusual name, but she had her hearing yesterday, and she talked about her top 3 priorities for USCIS. And those priorities include the following: addressing the fiscal issues at USCIS. You guys remember last year, USCIS had a lot of money problems. So ensuring that the agency is solvent is a top priority for this incoming director. In addition to resolving dramatically, guys, the processing times, which, as you guys know, it's a huge problem at USCIS. So she wants to resolve the dramatically increasing processing times and address backlog issues at USCIS. In addition to utilizing what she's referring to as 21st century tools, and this is just a little snapshot of the hearing yesterday in which she testified. She had her 2 daughters and her husband behind her. It was really cute. But in any event, it's really important to understand that this incoming director of USCIS is an advocate for immigrants. She worked under the Obama administration, and she's done a lot of cool things over the years, and she has experience on Capitol Hill as well, and she was also chief counsel at USCIS. So she has a lot of experience, and she gets it. She understands processing times. She understands how important it is to get your cases through. So this is a good thing. Now, I do want to say again that the Senate did not vote yesterday to confirm her. No vote happened yet. So let's just continue to watch that development. Now, next issue, guys, and you've been, talking to me a lot about this issue, and it's the visa backlog issue. All right. The visa backlog issue is a huge, huge problem. And just a couple of days ago, the National Visa Center issued a report. They're trying to be more transparent now. And so they issued a report on the backlog issue. And so according to this table, 504,000 people, these are the number of immigrant visa applicants whose cases are documentarily completed at the NVC and are ready for interview as of April 30th. So that's 504,000 people. And the number of documentarily complete immigrant visa applicants scheduled for interviews this month in May, 22,576. Okay, so they only scheduled interviews for 22,000 people. And the number of people who are waiting, who are eligible to have an interview right now is 481,000, which is crazy. And they say here in the note that compared to 2019, on average, 60,000 applicants were pending the scheduling of an interview each month. 60,000 is what the average wait-in number of folks who are waiting each month should be. But right now it's over 400,000, almost 500,000 people are waiting. So they're trying to be more transparent by putting out these reports to let us know how many people are being interviewed and all of that. But on the one hand, it's helpful to see the numbers, but on the other hand, it's not that helpful, right? Particularly if you're there waiting, you're one of the 481,000 who are still waiting to get your interview so that you can get your visa and come to the United States. So this is the latest on that. There's still a significant backlog with immigrant visa processing. So you want to check the local U.S. Embassy website of your country to see any further updates on where they are with scheduling interviews and such. But many people are at the NVC, the National Visa Center level, just in the interview queue, waiting for their turn, for them to be called in or get a date, I should say, for their visa. So I'll continue to report out on that. Now, what's going on with those who are right here in the United States and who are watching immigration reform very closely on Capitol Hill? So pathway to citizenship for 11 million people, essential workers, dreamers, TPS holders. We've been talking about these issues since January. And so there has not been any significant legislative action since my last update. No significant legislative action. Many of these bills right now are sitting in a committee, whether it's a subcommittee on immigration or just a committee on judiciary, but nothing major has happened since HR 6 passed about 2 months ago on the House side. Now, you guys may have been reading about these talks that legislators are having, some bipartisan discussions around the next infrastructure bill. So that's still going on. It's not, from what I'm reading in the press, it's not going great, but Senator Schumer is looking to do something with the infrastructure bill in July. Okay, July. So that's what he announced just a couple of days ago, that the caucus is looking at doing something around infrastructure in July. Bernie Sanders, Senator Sanders, who is the chair of the Budget Committee on the Senate side, is preparing for reconciliation. He's preparing to pass a budget bill that sets the stage or sets up the reconciliation process. And as we've discussed in previous videos, in other videos, that one of the tracks or the strategy that Democrats are advancing is to link some immigration reform efforts with the reconciliation process. So this is what's really going on right now from my read of things, right? That they're setting the stage, they're going through the motions with these bipartisan talks, but it looks like something may happen in the summer, according to Senator Schumer, Senate Majority Leader. Okay, so let's loop back to TPS for Haitians for a moment. The brief update with that is, as you guys know, a few days ago, I reported out that if you've been here in the United States as of last Friday, which was May 21st, I believe, 2021, and you're Haitian, you're from Haiti, and you don't have status in the United States at this time, or you're a TPS holder, or you were a TPS holder, but you've let it lapse, the opportunity has now come back to Haitians here in the United States to apply for TPS, temporary protected status. The Federal Register has not come out yet with the instructions and the registration period and further details about how to, get started with the registration process. That hasn't come out yet, so you cannot submit an application for this quite yet. I'll keep you guys posted. But for those of you who are interested in learning more about the TPS opportunity for Haitians, check out my last video on this topic because I go into greater details about who is eligible and such. You must pass a background check and meet other eligibility requirements. Now, for those of you who are from Burma, you got the good news back in March that our government is extending TPS for an initial 18-month period through November 24th, 2022. Well, just 2 days ago, DHS issued the Federal Register notice for TPS for Burmese. And so again, to qualify for this, guys, if you're from Burma, you must have continuously resided in the United States since March 11th, 2021, and you've been physically present here in the United States since May 25th, 2021. And the registration period is open now. It's from May 25th, 2021 until November 22nd, 2021. So you don't want to miss this registration period. And they say that this opportunity is really open to maybe about 1,600 people here in the US. It's significant nonetheless, right? We're not looking at numbers, right? We're looking at the difference that this type of program will have on families, right? And it's more than 1,600 people when you count spouse and children and others. Now, lastly, New Yorkers, the New York Excluded Worker Fund. So we talked about several weeks ago the fact that the New York legislature has created a fund for those of you who were left out of the stimulus checks that have been issued over the past year. And so many people here in New York are eligible under this program to receive a one-time payment of $15,000 and change. And so if you've lost income during COVID and you meet the other eligibility criteria that I outlined in my video, you're going to want to benefit from this program, okay? But the Department of Labor hasn't started the application process yet. But here's a link that I want you guys to write down to keep track of the news around this. Access New York, which is run by the Mayor's Office, Office for Economic Opportunity, has a newsletter that you guys can sign up for so that you can get the news on when the application period opens up. The application opens up for you to apply for this fund. And so it's access.nyc.gov/programs/excluded-workers-fund. So bookmark or do a screenshot right now of this link so that you can go on the website, sign up for their newsletter, and stay in the loop as to when the application will open up to you to apply for this $15,000 and change. Okay, so guys, that's the latest immigration news that I wanted to share in this live session. This is a little longer than I would have liked it to be. I hope you guys are doing well. If you need immigration help, guys, contact our office, book your appointment, get your meeting in. We're doing virtual consultations via video. We do Skype. We also do, obviously, regular telephone consultations as well. Go on McBeanlaw.com to book your appointment. Also, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to McBean Immigration TV, and follow me on Instagram as well so that you don't miss out on anything. Guys, I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next update. And have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, guys. Stay safe. Bye-bye.